Okay, doing a lesson here on using the quadratic formula. Quadratic formula is x equals negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. And so it finds the x-intercepts of the quadratic. And you can have two x-intercepts, one x-intercept, or no x-intercepts. And where you get the numbers to go into the formula comes from the general form of a quadratic. Y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. And it is the a, b, and c values that end up going into the formula. Just the coefficients, just the numbers, you don't worry about any of the x's. So if I take the quadratic, y equals x squared plus 7x plus 10, I have an invisible 1 in front of that x squared. So my a value is 1, my b value is 7, and my c value is 10. And I can put that into the quadratic formula. X equals negative b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Good idea to write the formula out first before you get started. Just gives you some extra practice and hopefully will help you memorize it. So I'm going to have x equals, and your b value is 7, so it's going to be negative 7 plus or minus square root of 7 squared minus 4, 1, 10. Okay, my c value is 10. All divided by 2 times 1. So now it just becomes a matter of doing bed math. So I do under the square root first. It's just like doing brackets. So I have negative 7 plus or minus square root of 49 minus 4, 1, 10. All multiplied together. So it's going to be minus 40 all over 2. Equals negative 7 plus or minus square root of 49 minus 40 is just 9 all over 2. So x equals negative 7 plus or minus square root of 9, okay, is simply just 3 all over 2. And now the plus or minus, this is where it kind of separated. So I'm going to do one where it's x equals negative 7 plus 3 over 2, and I have another one where it goes x equals negative 7 minus 3 all over 2. And that's because you can possibly have two different x-intercepts. So x equals negative 4 plus 3, which is negative 7 plus 3, which is negative 4, divided by 2, which is going to give me negative 2. And here I'm going to have x equals negative 7 minus 3, which is negative 10, divided by 2, which is going to give me negative 5. That is the two x-intercepts of the quadratic. You had it negative 2 and negative 5, and you had your quadratic. Okay? The second example I'm going to do, solving y equals 4x squared minus 9. Now in this case, my a is 4, but the minus 9 is not my b value, because it's y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. The b value has an x on it. This does not have an x. So that is my c, my constant. So my c value is negative 9, and the b value is actually missing, so it's just going to be a 0. So those are the values I'm going to put in. X equals negative b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So it's going to go negative 0 for negative b plus or minus square root 0 squared minus 4, 4, negative 9, all divided by 2 times 4. Negative 0 plus or minus square root of 0 squared is just 0. 4 times 4 times 9. Okay? So I have two negatives, so I know it's going to be a positive. And 4 times 9 is 144, all divided by 8. So it's going to be 0, negative 0 plus or minus square root of 144 divided by 8. Square root of 144 is just 12. So I'm going to have, my answer is going to go 0 plus 12 divided by 8. And x equals 0 minus 12 divided by 8. Which is just simply 12 over 8, and negative 12 over 8, which can be reduced down to being 3 over 2, and negative 3 over 2. Okay, so this is a short little lesson on the quadratic formula. X equals negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Good way to find the x-intercepts. Thank you very much.